يا رسول الله.
He says, why can't Allah guarantee me a perfect life, a happy life? If He's in control of everything, why does He have to give me a hard life? I talked to another young man recently, and I was asking him about religion. He wasn't even Muslim. And he said, when I was raised in a pretty religious family until I got to college, and then I stopped kind of practicing religion. I was like, why'd you stop practicing religion? He goes, well, I look at all these other different religions, but I don't really subscribe to any of them. And the reason for that was when I got to college, I realized, man, I'm stressed out about an exam, and I'm praying, but I'm not doing better on my tests. So I should have not been wasting my time praying. I should have been spending my time studying for the test instead. So I realized that I don't need religion. I don't need God. I just need to do the right thing, and that's it, right? So I've just become more, rational about it, and I don't think I need religion in my life. And a lot of people feel that way, right? And people who are on the verge of heading in that direction say things like, he says, when I used to have problems in my life, I used to say, why are you doing this to me, God? I pray to you so much. I pray every single day. I ask for this. I do that. I give charity. All these rituals. I do my part. Why aren't you doing your part? You have the power to change everything in my life. Why am I still having a part to do? And so it's this idea of this exchange. I gave you. Why aren't you giving me? This is not a good song. Our fundamental relationship with Allah is Rabb and Rabb. Rabb is master. The thing about a master is you don't negotiate with a master. You negotiate with an employer, you can also negotiate with a partner, like a business partner. You can negotiate with a family member. But when you have a master and a slave, who dictates all the terms? The master does. And the slave's only position is to follow all those terms. Now, the other thing about a master is that if he gives you something, it's a bonus. And if he doesn't give you something, he didn't have to. Because you're not salaried. You're a slave. Slaves aren't salaried. Right? And usually when you think of masters, they're oppressive. You think of chains and beatings and things like that. That's human masters. Allah is a different kind of master. Coming back to this idea of why is Allah giving me a life? The question assumes that Allah owes you something, doesn't it? Your employer owes you something, paycheck. Your business partner owes you something, your cut. Your parents owe you something, they're responsible to raise you. Your children owe you something, your wife or your husband, they owe you something. Allah owes you nothing. He doesn't owe you anything. As a matter of fact, you owe him every breath. So when you phrase this question, I should have a perfect life, you've already kind of undercut the idea that Allah is your master. You're in some sort of position to make demands. Right? When you study Quran, you find it's not a book of rules. It's not a book of do this, or if you don't do this, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. There are actually very few rules. For the most part, it's a relationship of loyalty, gratitude, love, friendship, remembrance, longing. It's a really beautiful relationship. This master wants me to be a slave who loves him, who's friends with him, who talks to him all the time, remembers him all the time. He says, "Fadhkuruni adhkurkum." Remember me, I'll remember you. Who talks like that? That doesn't sound like a master, right? So the Quran shatters your view of what does Allah mean as He's a master. He wants you to be He wants to be your friend. He wants you to be His friend. But first understand that He's your master. Then understand He's your friend. He wants to be a giver of gifts to you. But before He gives gifts to you, He wants you to understand He's your master. And you're the slave. And He also wants to give gifts to you. He wants to show you love. He wants to show you mercy. He wants to give you forgiveness. He wants to give you all this stuff. He wants to give you guidance. He wants to give you wisdom. He wants to give you knowledge. He wants all of these things, these relationships with you. It's not one relationship, it's lots of relationships. But at the helm